But from the president to the city's mayor, they really ignore the problem. When Mr. Biden came to town last week, he didn't speak about the issue, and the Democratic mayor skipped town for the president's visit. Leland Vittert headed to Texas for a protest about banned books. The most significant thing in her Twitter feed is a call to arms for the LGBTQ community over the Supreme Court decision on Roe v. Wade. We could spend days on Chicago's problems, but one Chicago cop says he can fix it if only the citizens elect him mayor next. Frederick Collins, 29 years on the Chicago police and still there with us today. All right, you say you're going to hire 20,000 police officers. To do that, put aside the money for a minute. They can't hire 2 police officers right now because nobody wants to be a cop in Chicago. How are you going to do that?
Well, I'm going to give them leadership that they believe in, leadership that they can feel comfortable in, that will have their backs. Leadership that comes with new policies that will be implemented, such as making sure we get rid of the no-chase policies, making sure that we hold criminals accountable and actually process them, making sure that there are policies in place that also attract citizens to want to feel safe within their government.
Does that include taking away the Civilian Oversight Board and some of the other things that make officers afraid to do their job?
Well, this is what I look at. I think it's okay to have a civilian oversight board, but you must have due process within its structure. Easily, Chicago doesn't have a revenue problem. It has a spending problem. And the current administration and the politicians that sit down there in City Hall continue to have this money. But when I drive around Chicago, I see more cranes putting in more buildings, more high towers, more condos each month, each week, each day. Where's that money coming from? And the other thing, what are we doing with the tax increment finance money?
Well, and what's going to happen with all the revenue from the casino that's coming in? I'm interested in, I'm really honored to have you here. So I mean no disrespect by this question, but you've got the 2 dailies who ran the city of Chicago, the longtime mayors. Rahm Emanuel, the former White House chief of staff. What has happened to Chicago that there's no big names, that now Frederick Collins may be the best hope this city has?
Because the citizens have gotten tired of the snake oilsmen of the past. They want a real public servant. No one wants a politician anymore who gives empty promises. I'm a public servant. I'm not a politician. And I have nearly 30 years of being a public servant. I started when I was 17 years old in public service, volunteering within my church, within community organization groups, being active in the community, serving on the local school council board. These are things that people are looking for, somebody from amongst them. The campaign that I'm running is a people's campaign.
Lori Lightfoot is an awfully big machine to go up against. Is there any reason to believe that in this political environment, in a city that has the political machine that elected John Kennedy president, somebody who's a beat cop is going to be able to win?
Well, when I take a look at it, it's history repeating itself. Jane Byrne was a political machine, and we know how that ended up. She got 1 term, and the people put her out.
And you think things are bad enough that Lori Lightfoot...
Oh, I think we're looking at a rerun of what has happened in the past.
I'm interested because so much of the Democratic machine now is run by the progressive left, and so many of the things you promised to do are antithetical to them. I'm thinking about one of them, Chicago police TAC teams, gun teams, transit undercover, and undercover gang units. Things that you were part of were called racist and ended. How is the Democratic machine going to support somebody who's going to bring those policies back?
Well, I think what you're going to find out is for the first time, the actual body of the Democratic machine, which is the people, now want real change. They've had the speeches and the politicians of the past who've made those empty promises, and they're fed up. They don't see a future for themselves or their children anymore. And that has made their minds change. We're at the bottom of the bottom, and now there's no way but up. And that has got to come from within the people. This is the spirit of the American belief in our country.
All right. Frederick Collins, I think this is your first national television interview, is it?
It is.
All right. Well, we'll be honored to say we had the first. You're welcome back anytime, sir. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.